Hi friends, evolving guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for following along with our collection journey. So today is another of our Tally Thursday videos where we tally up some of the pulls that we had from openings in earlier videos. So we are continuing our master set challenge with Prismatic Evolutions. Today we're going to talk about what we pulled in our second set of packs that we opened on the channel earlier this week. So if you want to see the opening, go back to the earlier video that I think dropped on Monday. Today, we're going to just talk a little bit more big picture about the set and then talk about what we pulled and tally hit rates and that sort of thing. So first, just a quick overview. I've talked about this in other videos, but to be just super quick about it, Prismatic Evolutions, the new set from Pokemon. It is not a main series set. It's a half set or a specialty set or a holiday set. Sometimes people call it. So in that respect, it's a little bit smaller than typical sets, although it's a pretty large set, as we've talked about on the channel before. You can see here there's 180 total cards in kind of the main series set of Prismatic. You've got a relatively small number of commons and uncommons, just 46 commons, 33 uncommons. It does have a larger than usual amount of regular rares, 21, and double rares, 25. Again, this set is different and unique in that it does not have any illustration rares. It does have 12 ultra rares, which is pretty typical. The big difference, or one of the big differences in this set, is that it has 32 special illustration rares, which is just so many. They're pretty hard to pull, and there's 32 of them. And so your chances of pulling any particular one pretty remote, which makes people feel like pull rates in this set are not very good. And we'll talk more about pull rates at the end of today's video. There are 5 hype rares. That's the gold cards. And there are 6 A-Spec cards. Again, those are those pink cards that are really more focused on the trading card game, but they are part of the set if you're trying to master the set. Another reason this set is different is because it has not just the regular reverse holo cards, which we're used to in other sets, but it adds in 100 Pokeball reverses. So there's 100 cards that have a reverse variant. And those 100 cards have a regular reverse variant, but they also have a Pokeball reverse variant. And then 67 of the cards in the set have a Master Ball reverse variant. And so that means a lot more cards in the set. As you can see here, if you're actually trying to be a completist and get a full master set, we're talking about 447 cards, many of which are pretty expensive and many of which are really hard to pull. And so I think mastering this set in this sense is going to be almost impossible for most people. In my case, we're still going to go for the 180 regular cards, although the SIRs are going to be hard to come by. I think it's reasonable to think we could get the 100 regular reverses. The Pokeball reverses also are relatively attainable. We'll see over time if we decide to do that. I think the Master Balls are going to be also pretty difficult. So anyway, today we're going to talk about our next set of pulls. So we opened 12 packs. Again, it's not big numbers, but as you know, this set is hard to find. And it's expensive often if you do find it, unless you're finding it on store shelves. And again, in our experience, I have not yet seen it in the wild. The packs that we're opening are from pre-orders that I had at local game stores, but I have not had any luck yet finding it on store shelves. And I have been checking pretty regularly since the set released. And so it just is indicative of the challenge for those of us who do want to open it. It's just really hard to find. I have noticed some listings on Facebook Marketplace, which bums me out, that meaning that people probably are either pre-ordering it and just reselling it, or they're finding it on store shelves and reselling it. I don't know how representative that is of people who are buying it off of store shelves, but I think it really is the case where unless you're there at the minute they restock or within a few minutes of restocking, you're just not going to find it. So we're going to continue to open the stuff that we have, and then we're just going to have to see. I trust that in the long run, we're going to be able to get access to more of this. But I'm not going to overpay for it. And so we're just going to kind of bide our time. But in any case, we are going to talk about, we opened each of these products that are on the screen here for the first time. It's our first poster collection opening. And then we opened one of each of the 3-pack blisters, or what are called the tech sticker collections that have the promo cards in front. This was a fun opening because if nothing else, we got the 6 promo cards that are here. These are Black Star promos. So if you collect the Black Star promos for Scarlet and Violet, you do need these 6 cards. And so we definitely have those 6. We're not counting those as hits since they come with the products. But anyway, we did get those 6 to kind of just to start off with, which we needed for our promo binder. So as far as what did we pull, this is what we pulled. We had 7 hits. Again, I talked in the last Tally Thursday video that I'm going to count I'm going to count Pokeball reverses and Master Ball reverses as hits. I think it's probably not controversial to count Master Ball reverses as hits because those are pretty hard to pull. I'm going to still count master or regular Pokeballs as hits as well. I think you kind of have to in this set to make you feel a little bit better about. And some of them are, they're harder to pull. You're not guaranteed one in every pack, which is kind of one way I might define it is it's something that's not guaranteed in every pack, like you are with a holo rare or just a regular reverse holo. These are not going to be in every pack, so I'm going to count them. So you can see here, we'll talk about what we pulled. Um, so out of 12 packs, we got 7 hits, which again, that's pretty good. That's more than 1 out of every 2 packs, slightly if you do count the Pokeball reverses as hits. You can see here that what we pulled, though, I mean, in some ways less exciting, but it's funny. I almost forget, like, I'm not expecting to pull an SIR. I'm not expecting to pull some crazy card. I mean, they exist. They're out there. Of course, it would be great to pull one, but when opening 12 packs, like it cannot be a reasonable person's expectation that you're going to have some crazy hit. Of course, with any individual pack, you could get anything, and we're hoping for that. But just on average, like we just cannot expect, especially with such a low number of packs, that we're going to get crazy hits. We did pull 2 double rares, which again is fine. We need those for the master set. Neither one was a duplicate. We did pull our first A-Spec card, which is good. Again, we need that for the master set. We pulled 2 more ultra rares. You can see here, those are basically the full art trainer cards. They're not highly valuable, but we need them for the master set. And again, ultra rares have actually been, in our experience, relatively easy to pull in this set. No special illustration rares, no hyper rares, which is again to be expected. I mean, those are really hard to pull. So in this small sample set of 12 packs, we wouldn't expect those. We did pull 2 of the Pokeball reverses. You can see here, Cottony and Dracloak. But what's funny is the Cottony is actually a duplicate. We've only pulled a handful of Pokeball reverses, and we already have our first duplicate, which makes me wonder about batching. Some people have talked about, batching, that I assume that kind of what most people mean by that is that, perhaps by regional variation, that, there might be like sets of cards, like you're going to pull duplicates of a lot of things before you pull originals of others, just kind of based on geographic variation. Because I don't know, it's just weird. Maybe it's just like luck or chance that we've pulled 2 of the same Pokeball reverses so far, but I think it seems unlikely. So maybe my, Pacific Northwest region just got all the Cottonies or something. But in any case, we got 2 Pokeball versus no Master Balls in these 12 packs. And so this is where that leaves us. Just looking at kind of, again, we're master set builders. And even though it's kind of unlikely we're going to be able to build a master set of Prismatic, we're going to hang in there at least for a little while longer. You can see this is just after 26 packs. So we know not a lot of packs. But again, keep in mind, because this is a specialty set, there are no booster boxes. There are no individually sleeved boosters. You have to rely on packs that you find within products. And those products are really hard to find. So I don't take for granted that we've even been able to open 26 packs. I've seen enough chatter online that some people still have yet to see or get access to this at all. And so, again, I got mine through pre-orders with LGSs. I have yet to see it in the wild. So we're thankful that we at least have a little bit of product to open. So you can see here our progress after 26 packs. Just by rarity. Commons, we got 41 of the 46 commons, 89%, really solid. Similar with uncommons, 91% of those. We have all but 3 of those. So again, if you're thinking, putting, the glass half full, or the silver lining of this is, at least as far as building up from the bottom up, this as a master set, we're checking those boxes right. We're getting the commons, we're getting the uncommons. Regular rares, we're about halfway, a little over halfway. We've got 12 of the 21. These are the holo rare cards. And again, there are some cool ones in here, including many of the evolutions. And so, I'm not going to turn my nose up at those. We need those for the master set. We're doing okay on those. The double rares have been a little harder to pull. We did pull the 2 this time, which brings us up to 3. And there are 15, which is a lot. So now we're at 20%, but we have a long way to go here. I think these cards in the long run, they're not going to be that expensive to pick up as singles when it comes to that. But of course, all things equal, we'd love to pull some of them ourselves as well. And so I would expect we'll continue to pull double rares. Again, no illustration rares in the set. If you look to the top of the second column, ultra rares, we're doing pretty well. We've pulled 4 of the 12, already a third done with those. Again, they're not necessarily valuable cards or exciting cards, but we do need those for the master set. Again, where the rubber meets the road is the SIRs. We have not pulled any yet. I wouldn't have expected in 26 packs that we would pull them unless we just got super, super lucky. Again, it seems like pull rates for SIRs, especially if you factor out God packs or demigod packs, which do exist. I mean, those are hard to come by, so don't count on opening one of those. But if you factor those out, it still seems like pull rates for SIRs are pretty similar to past main series sets. So roughly one every 2 booster boxes, or roughly one every 70 to 80 packs, in that range somewhere. So we've only opened 30 or 26 packs, so I wouldn't have expected to pull any. Hopefully we will pull some. And of course, which one you pull matters too. I mean, there's the evolutions, which people want. There's some other cool ones, but I think they're less coveted. And so that's, again, why this set is so hard to master, because even if you pull an SAR after 70 or 80 packs, it may or may not be one that you want. And then, of course, it's only one of 32, and there's 31 others out there. Hyper rares, again, we pulled one in the first opening, so we're already 1/5 of the way there. A-specs, we pulled our first one, so we're, one of 6 there. Reverse hollows, we're, making some progress. We're 33, with 100, since there's 100, it's easy to know our progress. We're 33 out of 100, 33% of the way there. Pokeballs, again, the Pokeball reverses, we've pulled 6 of 100. Again, that I think is going to be hard to master those, but we'll see. And we pulled a double already, and then we've just pulled one Master Ball out of 26 packs. And so if you want to look at our pull rates, again, these are going to adjust a lot as we go, but I just want to give you a sense of what our experience has been so far. So for double rares, we've pulled 3 out of 26 packs, which works out to 1 in every 9 packs. I think that's going to come down. I would expect 1 in about every 6 packs over the long run is pretty good for double rares. A-specs, we've pulled 1 out of 26 packs, so that does work out to 1 in 26. Again, I think probably closer to 1 in 20 is more accurate, but you get a sense, probably one A-spec for every 20 to 30 packs, 1 to 2 A-specs per booster box. Ultra rares, we've done well. Like I said, we're probably pulling a little ahead on ultra rares, 1 of every 7 packs right now. Again, I would expect that to settle down probably at 1 at every 12 or 15 packs, something like that. Again, no SARs yet. 1 hyper rare, again, 1 of every 26 packs, because we've only opened 26 and we have pulled a hyper rare. I expect that number will go up. And again, the Pokeball reverses, I'm seeing numbers online of 1 in 3 packs. You get a Pokeball reverse. We're at 1 in 4 packs so far, so we're pretty close there. And then Master Ball, again, I think those are supposed to be about 1 in every 20 packs. And right now we're at 1 in 26. So again, I would expect to pull a few more of those as we go forward. So anyway, that's where our pull rates are. That's our experience. I hope this is helpful. Again, trying to provide some context. I think for me, it's easy to look online and see, look at all these evolutions that people are pulling. And of course, people are posting their hits. But I don't want that to obscure the fact that I think kind of 2 things are true. I think pull rates are hard in this set if you are expecting this small sample. I mean, it's frustrating in some ways because these 26 packs were not easy to come by, not necessarily cheap to purchase. And again, because you can't just buy, individually sleeved packs, or you can't buy booster boxes. So you're relying on these other products and getting other materials with them. And so to get 26 packs, we've had to open a variety of different products, and 26 is not that many packs. And again, you would want to see more hits maybe than this, but I think the hit rates are kind of, consistent with past sets. So, the good news is there are hits in this set. I think the bad news is, especially if you really got your heart set on those SIRs, they're going to be pretty hard to pull. And because there are so many, it's going to be a really hard set to master. Because prices, I mean, this is all connected, right? Because prices of singles are so crazy, in part because there's high demand, and in part because not enough product is being opened, in part because not enough product is available, and also in part because some people who are buying product are just stashing it away because it doesn't make sense financially to open a product and lose all that value. If you buy an ETB, if you happen to get it for MSRP and it's worth 3 times that in the private market, you could resell it or you could just sit on it. But either way, it doesn't create new singles to go into the market to help bring prices down for the singles market. So it's kind of this death spiral of sorts. And it's probably the only way out of it is, of course, if individual people stop buying scalped product, if you can resist that, that would be awesome. And then on top of that, if again, Pokemon knows this, they just need to print a lot of product. They need to print this into the ground. And I would be more than happy to see that, so that it gets to a point where it's not desirable for scalpers anymore. And those of us who want to buy it at MSRP and open it because we're interested in the cards can have a chance to get access to product without checking a store a dozen times and seeing empty shelves every single time. So anyway, that's my little rant at the end. Thanks for following along. How are you doing with Prismatic? Let us know in the comments. We'll continue to open Prismatic as we can find it. And in the meantime, we'll do other things on the channel too. Please check back for other videos, and we will talk with you all soon.